Okay, we're live.
We're live.
Okay, we'll see how many people we reach. We're trying out something new. We're trying out some new software, thus the bit across the screen there, which if it works, we will be getting the full version of the software and getting rid of that.
Because, well,
The watermark. That's
the
what I'm looking
watermark.
for.
yeah.
So, oh, we got somebody watching.
Yay!
Hello.
Hello!
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's my hand twice. So at this point, what I'll do is I'll start measuring you some clay, and I'll keep an eye on the screen as well as doing that. If anyone wants to ask us some questions, we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, what color clay we want to do? Now that we got the technical difficulties through.
That's usually your part.
Do you want to just make some mugs?
You can make some mugs.
That's something that will take too much attention. I mean, you default to mugs.
Yes.
Now, being exceptionally conscious of where I'm showing up.
So she usually measures out the clay and hands me the pieces to throw. And when we're working on order pieces,
I'll be bringing up like source material, things that she needs to be thrown next.
and all the orders are in the binder on the desk.
Which is out of shot. Because I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because you don't want to see the rest of the screen. It's
Oh,
kinda
no. Our studios are generally dirty. Okay, so there's a 24 that will be a smaller one. I know that we also need to do another larger mug. Yeah, that's too
I'll
much.
get into the round shapes and smush it. I get direct from clay, water.
Yeah, she actually has 3 buckets of water on the wheel head there. Yep, you can see all 3.
White, red, and brown.
Okay, your next one there will be for like a 24-ounce mug. Everything seems to be working over here. Look, from the looks of it, we have 2 people viewing.
Yay! Hello out there.
At least that's how it looks. There doesn't see. I don't see any.
I don't always like watch what I'm doing. I'll be looking out the window.
Yeah, there's a window in that direction. Ah, there we go.
Way.
Great. Looks great from the outside. This is awesome. Thank you. I'm glad it looks great.
Wonderful.
It was something getting the old webcam hooked up, which is also what we're using for a microphone at this point. And then we have a Nikon. So we've got a digital SLR set up for the secondary cam, which is what's facing her. Oh, there's my head.
This morning it's nice and sunny.
It's right.
I can see things like the grapevines and the
In range and the distance. I suppose what I should do is I'll cut you a couple of mug pieces because I know we need mugs. But I will also, okay, that's just going to be another larger mug. People like larger mugs.
I can make the give it a nice smooth texture.
Also check what other
round off the tops because it's much more comfortable to drink from. Now, it's a magic thing. I hand it to her and it goes on the shelf.
should. Let's see. Yep. So I'm like, wait, the other camera is facing towards that side.
The next bat. So I always throw for bats. Bat on there.
Very cool. The 2 grip cams are great. Yeah, the piece of software, which is being advertised across the screen at the moment, can even get multiple cams, some shots going, so that if I wanted to, say, put what the source material looks like, say, down in this corner here, could get yet another screen up in there, which is cool. It's kind of handy because when she's throwing, there's times where we'll pull up pictures for more unusual
Sometimes I have
shapes.
pictures up on the wall over here.
Yeah, the picture's up in front of you, which is underneath the second camera at the moment.
Yeah.
Get my head out of the way. You come here. Okay. Because we do need more than one mug in that 16 to 20 ounce size. And we also need another larger plate.
Okay.
People with the big plates. So that one's actually all thrown. That one needs to move into the other room. That's because once the pieces are thrown, their order forms go from in this binder off into the other room where they go into folders. We can follow them down the list. So they come out, they get paired with their freshly thrown pieces. And they get decorated. Yeah, that looks like it's it in terms of the stoneware pieces. Just get those two forms out. Because we're not throwing the pineapple today. Just saying.
No. I'll have to do that soon.
Yes. Because sometimes we get asked to create interesting things. Like ceramic pineapples.
Or the lime in the coconut.
Or the lime in the coconut, which is the same person who's getting the pineapple.
Yes, he also got a loose right.
Now we had somewhere to start from when we got later out to create these sea moose right. Yes, the loud banging at sounds. Okay, so I'll also cut you off a large plate size. Pretty soon we'll actually be doing glaze fire. This is the long size piece of it.
Much more interesting to unload than
Yeah, unloading the below fire is boring. Just boring. And the thing is it should be boring. There should be no excitement. Excitement needs something like boom. Boom is bad. In terms of our next event, we got into Peak the Halls up in Portland. Yes.
It's at the same hotel that Ontario 12 Night's going to be at a month later.
Less than a month.
Yeah.
We'll be up there twice in less than a month. But yeah, hopefully Geek the Halls will be interesting. It'll be our first time there.
Yeah.
At least we know what the venue looks
Basic
like.
cylinder.
Not what it.
And now I do the shaping.
It's the venue.
I always have one hand.
One hand inside, one hand outside.
Because you don't want to poke a hole or knock center or anything.
It'd be interesting to see whether once the HDMI cords arrive, whether or not it can actually up the quality on the main feed there. Or it might actually be a quality as a feature, the fact that we're using trial run software. Could be
Well,
that
you're
they're
not going
capping,
to pay for the software if you try it.
especially though it's a $70 piece of software.
Which, all in all, is not.
It's not that bad.
It's not an expensive piece of software. It's just don't want to waste money.
And yes, this is why my keyboard ends up with clay in it. Luckily, dry clay, not too terrible for keyboards and mice. Otherwise, I would have killed a lot more of them.
Yeah. Amazingly enough, it doesn't really hurt the machine much.
No.
Just makes it pretty.
Yeah. It was about 15 years ago that we had the sacrificial computer because we weren't sure how well it was going to stand up to it.
$300 computer.
Yeah, as I said, sacrificial. That one was largely used as a jukebox.
It's also the one that you designed the first website on too.
Very true. It was, wasn't it? Let's see. Actually,
Let's scrape the stuff off the bottom here.
oh. If I throw this over here, there, that changes the dynamics.
Ah.
There we go. Because now you can see what's on the screen as well.
I can see who's making comments.
It's Eleanor. Whoop. Ah, there's another person. Oh, they tagged somebody. Cool. So this one not pointing across the camera to the screen. Yeah, there's nothing quite as it's great to see production Potter at work. So many tips and tricks just from watching. Oh yeah, you got some Cassius sneer.
That was looks cool.
Yeah, not something you often plan. Oh, that
You just have
over
to
here.
turn around.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to look at the screen and look at the screen at the same time. Yeah. Okay.
Also doing pottery for a long time. Developed a lot of upper body strength. And
Yeah, you can say goodbye to that one's a plate.
It's a plate. Well, you think it'd become a big cup otherwise?
It has in the past. That was a plate.
Yeah, yeah. And when you're starting, everything is based off cylinder. And even plates. Let's watch this. I'm making a low pancake here.
This is also the reason why she has no fingernails. She grinds them off.
It's like how cats, they're always
Scratching their claws on things. Except yours, rather than furniture, is it's a buffing wheel.
sponge.
Okay. One of the ones that you've thrown, it specifically needs to have a longer handle, so I'm going to put this form over on the table.
Okay.
So that we can get the right shape handle.
Yeah. What most people use is a dining room table. We have disposable tablecloths over. That's where we do the handwork at.
Well, it's called we don't have enough shop space. The shop is eating the house.
Yeah. We need to have like a separate shop in the house, so we're not always
that'd be lovely.
breathing clay dust.
Yeah, breathing clay dust is really bad for your health.
Yeah, sounds like looking it up. All the plate is a very low cylinder.
What I'll do is this next one is another cup size piece, but I will cut you off a second piece for a large plate, just in case that one doesn't survive the drying.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Yeah, it is that time of year. Between the humidity and temperature changes outside and the heater coming on, which drives moisture out unevenly. There, this is the second large plate piece.
I use the silicone ribs to smooth out the inside of the plate as well.
I still have to move the stuff from a couple days ago off the shelf so I have more space for the fresh stuff.
Not bubble. Bubbles go boom.
Yeah, bubble's bad. It's like, what's a little bit of blob on the surface and what might attract air? One is okay, the other is not. Yep. Ugh.
No, I don't clean my bags until color was used. Last time it's dark gray.
Yeah.
That's why on the bottom of the pieces will be multicolored.
Yes. A number of comments that we get regarding, but there's multiple colors of clay on the bottom of the plate. What color was the original piece? Like, the traces of all those various colors are off the bat. They're from the prior uses.
Press in with one hand and down with the other.
Squeeze.
The hands shouldn't move. The clay should move.
Here goes the clay onto the mouse again. I'd like it. Yeah, my hands aren't that dirty. The amazing thing enough is I'm the one who doesn't kill their mice as often.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's this?
Christopher just wears his out eventually.
Yeah.
It's always
Yep, he
sad when
does.
your mouse dies.
Let's see.
Press the bottom. The plates, that's really important.
Yeah, particularly this time of year.
Like my water is very
Your water getting viscous? You need more water?
I need more water in my water.
Okay, more water in your water coming up.
Okay. Next one's cup.
Yeah, yes.
I remember what you said.
And I was just making sure that I remembered correctly.
And the black stick on the walls right here.
It's
The walls
protect the money. Because two of the clays we use will stain paint. The other ones just would make it grody. It's dirty. Do you want to make any minis today, or do you want to just finish off with mugs? You have about half a bag left, and we're low on minis.
We could do some minis.
Many minis?
Mini, we could do at least 6.
Pieces of 8.
Yeah. They're 8-ounce pieces. She weighs it out. That way they're just roughly the same size. Sometimes everybody has different ideas of what it wants to do.
Yeah.
The one starts off as a 12-cylinder.
The future will probably also have the camera aimed at her in a better position, because well, we're going to have a longer cord.
Yeah.
At the moment, the camera is basically 12 inches straight up from my machine. And about, well, pretty much the whole width of the room, which is not that big. head out of the bottom of the screen here.
I trim the stuff up at the top as all the unevenness works its way up, and I just trim it off. Hurry up.
That one's 10 ounces. That's going to look too big. The random references to size. It's how much clay it takes her specifically to throw these sizes. It's different potters, different skill levels, different throwing styles are going to start off with varying amounts of clay. Some potters, particularly making the numerous small pieces, would be throwing off the hump, which means you start with a large piece of clay and throw pieces off. But don't like up. I don't know why every once in a while the camera makes that sound. It's like the shutter opens and closes.
It's the first time I've tried this.
Yeah.
Needle pieces.
So it's amazing how fast it goes when you're throwing the small pieces. In part because the size of the hand, the size of the piece of clay, you almost don't see the piece until it's done.
Mm-hmm. Could accomplish the same thing at the bottom, trimming off the bib with a tool.
But
I use
more
my
often than not,
finger.
yeah, you use your fingers.
I use my finger.
So after you finish the minis, if we wanted to try that out, we could bring up one of the source images on the screen. Could do one of those roundy ones.
Yeah.
But at the moment, just have 2, 4, 5 more after the one in your hand. And the secondary shot here, you can even see the set ladder.
Yeah.
And the bottoms of some of the pieces.
And oh my, is that shelf dirty?
Yeah, we've really got to clean up that shelf. Central Intimates joint.
Hello.
You know, we still have 3 people. Different number, different selection of 3 would be my guess. I'm still not entirely sure how this works. As it's looking through the different comparison images, and okay, we're throwing with the stoneware, what clay would, what pieces would be applicable. This would be certainly something to do when next we're throwing Greek.
Yeah, because that would be.
So long as it's not something comparatively boring like throwing the next to armor items.
Yeah.
Well, you see lots of like caliber measurements, but the throwing itself at that point isn't terribly exciting. It's another beaker shape. That's really big for being the size of clay that I cut off.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. So maybe it was more of a 9, possibly even a 10. Or maybe it'll just be one of those really lightweight ones.
Could be.
I'd be a really good tight one to do. Is not close that folder completely. Now it's completely scrolled around.
Yes, it's doing the minis takes almost as much effort as doing a full-size model.
Yeah, well, you're going through pretty much the same effort. Do you want to switch back over to doing larger pieces?
There's like 3, 4 pieces. There's still 4 pieces left.
Yeah.
Gotta get the goo off the hands. Otherwise, the hands get very slippery.
With me, is I just have a couple of goopy fingers. There. As before we got this going, we had quite the selection of technical difficulties getting it going in the first place, finding cords, finding the foot for the tripod to attach the camera, which was attached to something else at the time.
We could do something else because I'm sure this is very exciting to watch either.
Minis are kind of boring.
Kind of boring.
Now I'm going to move this out of the way.
She goes
I
climbing
will-
the ladder.
Up and down, up and down.
As I can see right now, it's your feet.
Ooh, feet's better than butt.
Nice.
No, my
That
butt's
too.
in the shot.
The time it takes for her to
Nope, I'm back. I'm back. Okay. So for one of those, let's see more. The globy replica shape,
Okay.
which I will try to actually bring up in shot here. See if I can figure out how to do this. Picture.
Sometimes I'll be looking at the reference material that's on that screen right there.
Yeah.
Wow, probably.
Open. Checkbox. Ah, it worked!
Oh, cool.
And now what I can probably do. Oh, this is actually kind of cool. 'Cause it's going to be right next to what you're throwing.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh, this is actually kind of cool because then you can see the direct comparison side view of what you're throwing.
Yeah.
Okay, that is really kind of fun. So I always tried to point to what was on the screen with the cursor, which is of course not going to show up. So like, yes, that one is with the green background is one that we've thrown in the past versus the one, move the hand in the correct direction, that one there, which is the historic piece. Which may the documentation at the top may not be you over there. I guess I have multiple screens up so that it can be doing stuff over here, which is actually reversals. I'm currently looking towards the second screen. While she is checking out, well, pretty much I have a copy of the feed up on the second screen, which is what she's looking at. So she's comparing the shape next to her hand.
Which is always kind of just.
Sorry, I'll move my cursor.
No, to have because I usually just have just a picture, and this is.
Not only that, there is a few seconds of lag.
Oh, you're right. There is. That's really. That's creepy.
I was noticing that when we were doing some of the tech checks prior to launching the feed. I was still trying to figure out what the heck was up with my audio again. For whatever reason, my machine does not like mics. Yes, this one, it's a late 1100s mug from the Cashin area. It's the Royal Ontario Museum. And not a terribly high-res original picture.
No, just makes me grumpy.
I know. I try to, one of my jobs, one of the things that I have to do is to find the highest resolution version of any given image for her. Because, whereas I'm nearsighted, she's farsighted. Oh, when it did the click, there was a slight jump in the footage.
Whoa.
Yeah. Just learning all the ins and outs of doing this. And if you need the larger version of the image up, just let me know. Because I can take
That would
what I can
probably-
do is
Yeah.
do that.
And then just zoom.
Come on. Zoom, I say. No, not plus sign. Zoom. Zoom. Too zoomed. Too zoomed. There you go. That better?
Yeah.
I'll also be working out when is, good times for people to watch, because our first time doing a live video was via the friend account versus the fan account. And when we were doing that, it was the whim, the hey, we should try that live thing. And well,
That was right before
uh,
Great Western.
yeah, it was right before Great Western. And so let's do a live unloading of the kiln. Why aren't you going full screen? That's still whatever. That is okay. That's as big as that window's gonna go. Fine then.
Go.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
That's good.
Hold it at the same sort of angle. There we go.
Yeah. So
Yes, let's watch the dyslexic people try to match up angles on a screen. It's bad enough in a mirror. Okay, do you want to do another one of those?
yeah.
Yes, we had a lot of that shade at Great Western.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 30, so that'll be a slightly smaller version. Want me to take those 3 last mini lumps and make them into one bigger lump?
Yeah. Two of them.
Okay, this piece is now low 20s, so it'll be like either a smaller mug or a nice S-sided. That kind of, or one of those tall concave sided Italian beakers.
Yeah. You do that one.
While you're doing that, wipe down my hand a little bit because I've got to move some of the drawing stuff around so we have enough space. Space. Put the book back up louder. No.
Make life easier if we had a full-size shot.
Well, we're working on it. At least we finally figured out how to utilize the vaulted ceilings in this one.
Yeah.
Just go vertical. hypnotic qualities of spinning things. Yeah, I definitely will be able to improve the angle of the camera once I can get it about 3-4 feet closer to you. And also I won't be leaning my head in front of the camera when I'm using the scale.
Yeah, details.
At the moment, we're working under the limitations of the
Technology.
currently available wires. Oh, we've got like 17 likes and loves on here, Mom.
Oh, cool. Considering it's midnight.
Yeah, it's not going to be the best time of day for people to catch watching because it is midday, unlike
Yeah.
our wind
It
one.
was in the evening.
Wasn't it like 8 or something at night?
Yeah. Why don't you try doing it in the evening at some point?
Yeah. Because that wasn't just an unload, that was an unload reload. So it's pulling the freshly fired glaze stuff out of the kiln, and it was rather toasty at the time. And then getting things loaded back in, which they were kind of boring to look at because they were freshly glazed, which means they were still chalky and pastel looking with the overglazes.
No.
Okay.
Put the hands face. Can't touch the face. The hands are all gooey.
Yeah, it's not really going to help.
Don't need that kind of beauty treatment.
But it's clay. It's good for the skin.
Yeah. Wouldn't be so good for my glasses.
No, it wouldn't. We've already spoken of the abrasive qualities. Okay, we have thin layer. Your pedal get away.
It was getting caught on that shelf.
Oh, well, that's not fun.
And the shelf is like inches away.
Yeah, I know.
Or I keep all the bats.
There's the bats. There's the drawer for the tools. Oh, it reminds me, I'm going to have to refill the water bucket before the cat gets annoyed at it.
Yeah.
Because, yes, there's no better source of water in the house as far as the cats are concerned than the clay buckets. Okay. So for the last couple, do you want me to just cut you off regular cup shape sizes?
Oh, this one I was going to do something else.
Well, it could just be a smaller one. Oh, no.
Don't let go of the bag.
That one may have one of those. Oh. Yeah, oh, it's...
But see, look, I
Oh, you should get it in there. She's collaring it back in.
and as it goes in, it's going to have a unevenness on one side because you're trying to make it smaller around. The clay has to go somewhere.
So you did basically with that piece, because it started going, you forgot what you were going to be throwing with it. You're just showing off how to change the shape on things.
Yeah, why not? Just now we'll make it talk. And it's going up. I know. I know. So you can see the unevenness up there.
No, I don't want to cut off any more 3-ounce pieces. There we go. Yeah, that is going to be one of the really tall ones. Yes. That piece is too small.
It's really not that much unevenness.
No, no. Okay, so you're gonna have 3 more mug pieces, and well, you are gonna have 1 more mini. It's just not getting used to that click.
Go.
Just the way that the pieces of clay timed out there. Let's see, I can now take, okay, that one is highlighted. I can now go boop and remove that one down there. Ah. Okay, once I get used to the interface on this piece of software, rather than opening it up and going, whoa, it actually is pretty cool.
Let's do that. And voila. One tall. Be greasy.
Okay. I was poking around the menus and we got image overlay. Oh, is that okay? Those are some interesting assets in there.
I know how the YouTubers do.
Well, yeah. Well, that kind of it's kind of what's inspired us to do this is the fact that it was a number of years ago that we stopped utilizing mainstream cable television. We started watching people playing games.
A lot of money.
Yeah. And frankly, watching things like YouTube, you don't get any more commercials than you did watching regular television.
And it's gotten to be more and more less regular television.
Oh, yeah. Okay, those are those frames. If I figure out what file format these are, I could. Those are probably PNGs, and I could make frames for us. Yes, I'm also a graphics person. I'm like, ooh, I can make assets for this. I do is there's the plus sign. I just need to know.
Air bubble in this one. Side.
Goodness, yes. There's the green screen options. Oh, I don't even know what that means. I'd have to look up words.
Pop the air bubble.
Pop the air bubble.
Pop the air bubble. So if you don't pop the air bubble, it will explode in the camera.
And then you lose
Because air expands.
Clay does not. Okay.
There we go. That's better. I'm not sure I got all of it. It's always annoying.
Always tracking down the elusive air bubbles.
It's like right in the middle. There's 2 options at this point. One is to cut it off right at the air bubble. The other is to try to get rid of the air bubble.
So what you're gonna do? Cut or stab?
Right, that's it. If you do this, you might be able to stretch it out.
Yeah, because sometimes they surface and go away just by changing the shape.
Usually has to do with the fingernail on the inside of the cup.
You're stabbing it with the fingernail on the inside of the cup.
Little help.
I take this one in.
A lot of times you can hear it pop.
Yeah, there we go. Now, what I did is I changed the rotation of one of the inputs so that now when I'm turned to face you, I'm turned to face you over there as well. It's over on the screen.
Big old truck that just went past. This kind of
Oh,
like,
it's
slowing
big
down.
dump trucks.
Yes, the dump trucks. I would not want to see those on the switchbacks up
No.
the street.
You mean those 5 mile an hour turns up the street from us?
Yeah.
Yeah, not so much. Not fun. Yeah, by rotating that one, it's acting more like a mirror, which is better for how it's actually working. Was it mirrored before? I'm thinking that maybe one of the cameras was basically flipped from reality to begin with. Because I'm like, hey, now it seems to match. I don't know. Yeah, because now this one is acting more like a mirror, which makes it a little easier to track. Oh, that's what's so loud. It's behind me. It's a junk phone call. I could ignore it.
Here we go.
That's a nice roundy cup.
To do that to get the stuff.
But oftentimes those are the random. That is really cool. I like the small foot.
Da-da.
And
Yeah.
tilt. Cool shape. Well, only 2 more pieces of clay left, and whoop, nope, not fall off the chair.
And then lunchtime.
Yes.
So we get hungry.
Meow. Meow. Oh, you're gonna send me.
Yes. And that was an orange.
Yeah. If you just heard a cat meowing, that would be Anara. Let's see if she will be picked up. There we go. You're not willing to hanging out there. Yeah. Yeah, there's a sunbeam on the desk as well. Still not certain of that there, kitty. You know, you managed to find the spot that's out of shot.
Yeah, because she's that on.
Yes. Oh, there. Saw her tail briefly. Oh, I missed it. Oh, the silly thing was not scrolling down over here.
Oh.
Sandra Lynn says, looks like I'm in the market for new feastware set again.
Oh. Oh, what kind of feastware are you looking for?
And Catherine Stark's oh pretty. Oh, because she's the cat. Yes. She is very much the owner cat.
She's the owner.
She's also a bit of a grumpy old lady at this point.
Yeah. From Springtown, she'll be 17.
Yeah.
So she does not like winter.
No. Oh, both of her cats, they are Bengals. They're both over definitely in the old set. Because Desi's 15.
Yeah.
Desi and Anara's 16 and a half. And they're both, you know, short-haired cats, in which case they feel the cold. And it was about 30 degrees this morning. Yes. When that thing makes that little snap sound, the whole footage jumps.
I don't know what that is.
I
Is
don't
it
know.
recording it? Oh,
I have no idea.
I know.
I have no idea if it's actually recording it on its drive as well or not. I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll make sure that I hooked it up using the battery compartment to wall adapter so we weren't going to run out of juice.
Yeah.
But of course, that one has like 10 feet of cord.
Yeah.
The other cord is the length on it's like 18 inches. That's why I'm sitting at the desk with the camera hanging over my head because
Is it looming?
It's looming.
It's a looming camera.
Because it's right there.
Yes.
So I bring my finger any further up. Yep. There it is. Thing is that thing, the camera's got pretty good depth of field.
Well, it's a camera.
Yeah, much
It's
better
an
camera
actual
rather than
camera, other
a
than
webcam.
or a phone.
Yeah. And this isn't one of the you know, the ultra new fancy cameras that you can tell to pick up sound and audio and send it to your phone
Yeah, well.
or your internal network. This one does have Wi-Fi, but I think it's mainly just for file transfer.
Yeah.
Something that I discovered this morning when I was looking at how to connect it was, oh, newer ones come pre-packed with webcam software. And I'm like, oh, really? Well, that's a thing. But I found this, which is going to be quite helpful.
In the market for a new camera for a number.
No, we'll be using this camera for quite some time. As compared to the webcam that's 10 years old and was like $15 at the time.
Listen, it looks like an eyeball.
Yeah, it's the eyeball sitting on top of my computer. Kind of low res, but as I said, it's old and cheap. Not the nice camera,
I don't remember what we got.
which is
it
aimed
for
at
originally.
her. Actually, that one I think is the one that got shipped to us by mistake.
Yeah, could be.
Or we may have gotten it for doing Skype calls.
Yeah, that could be good.
Ooh, the shape of the day is globing.
Yeah,
One piece left. It's a mini.
then lunch.
Yep. Then we
I'm
will be
hungry.
signing off. Get my heat out of the shot again. I see that the camera doesn't get bumped when it's over here,
Which is a good thing.
and it is zoomed in nicely. It's a camera. It's got a good zoom.
It's a real camera.
It's a real camera. Last piece, last piece. Okay. I'm just glad that Facebook managed to pick this up as the software as an input. I wasn't sure it was going to.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah. Because I was figuring out, okay, I'm switching it back and forth between things here. This is the first time doing this not from a phone. Maybe this button? Look! Picture! Oh, that one's gonna be a little goblin.
The little goblin.
And most of the batches we've been throwing over the past month have been focusing on getting the special orders all thrown. Finally getting into doing some of the random pieces. Mini goblet. Last piece of the day. Yes,
That was
Anara. Is it time to go eat? Meow. Meow. The cat alarm is going off. Okay, so that's it for this inaugural stream on the fan page. Bye.